Okay, the people have spoken, and they have voted equally for Lost Castle and 80s Hibagon. Under the Team Hibagon Constitution, therefore, the unwritten Constitution, the deciding vote falls to me. And as it is raining here, freezing rain in Fukuyama, both yesterday and again today, and I don't want to climb that mountain or film in freezing rain, let's do 80s Hibagon. Flock of Hibagon, he ran so far away. Just the introduction today. Now this is a chapter in the Hibagon story that almost everyone misses. Reporters and authors miss it, and Hibagon deniers miss it. Hibagon deniers miss a lot. And missing this is not entirely all their fault. I'll tell you why. But first, let's refamiliarize ourselves with the geography. We might have some new students here with us, transfer students. Hiroshima Prefecture is here. Mount Hiba, way up here in the Chugoku Mountain backbone. 10th highest mountain in this range. And most of the Hibagon, Japanese Bigfoot, sightings in the past 50 years have been right around here. Hence the name, Hibagon. Hibagon, Hiba monster. Monster of Hiba. Monster of Hiba Mountain. Right, we have 3 sightings from the 1980s. 2 are in Yamano. Well, where is Yamano? It's down here, within Fukuyama city limits. Yeah, scarily close to where I live. We've had several sightings north of here, just north in Jinseki Kogen, where my wife's people are from, and still are. And we have seen a pattern from the very beginning of expanding range, expanding territory, suggesting perhaps a split-off or breakaway family or community of Hibagon, or a displaced family. And I imagine a young family with small offspring. We believe most sightings and footprint tracks have been juveniles. And sightings started off very concentrated, as if they were pinned down to the immediate Hiba area by, well, who knows, but my guess is nursing mothers and nursing young, with the males staying nearby. But as time goes on, confidence increases, mobility increases, and range increases. And that's all a theory, but range is increasing over time, and that is a fact. So why Yamano? Well, why not? What's not to like about it? It is a wilderness area with a vast canyon system that runs back to the Taishaku Canyon system up north. It is a protected area, part of the park system. It has a low human population and a very high, too high, wild boar population, which, I am proud to say, mother-in-law has just taken down by one. And it was delicious. Braised, both hot with a simple Bordeaux, and as cold leftovers, sliced very thin, with a sparkling rosé. And don't feel too bad for this friend. It's nothing personal. He'd have eaten mother-in-law out of house and home if he could. and he'll be replaced by several siblings very soon. And I'll try to eat them too. Yamano, beautiful place, attractive to me, and if I put myself in the big, hairy, calloused feet of a Hibagon, it looks even more attractive. Now here's why people miss this chapter. The dumb, goofy reporters of the time thought that it would be very clever and catchy to call the creature now Yamagon. Get it? Yamagon, because it's now running around Yamano. So now it's the Yamano monster. Hardy har. And there is a double entendre, because Yamagon could mean Yamano monster. It also means mountain monster, which is very accurate. It means both. So they filed their stories as Yamagon sightings. Now, if you look only for Hibagon sightings, you'll miss these. And that's, again, a good example why we can't be put off by names. How many names have we seen the Hibagon called all up and down Japan? About as many names as there are in English for Bigfoot. About as many. And some of you ladies may have changed your names when you got married. But you're still you. And I have men friends here who took their wives' family names and became their father-in-law's heir. And I have people who call me all sorts of names, some nice, some not so nice. And a Hibagon by any other name smells as sweet to me. Hibagon or Yamagon. Now the third sighting is from Mitsugi. That is here. I've just pinpointed the Mitsugi Dam. Now, this is chilling. This is blood-curdling for two reasons. Because number one, this Higashi Hiroshima Takehara Mihara region here, this is the worst place for mysteriously disappearing persons. Even here, in the prefecture that is second highest or second worst out of 47 for mysteriously disappearing persons. I mean, this whole prefecture is bad, but this here, this is the Bermuda Triangle of Hiroshima Prefecture for people disappearing. The prefecture as a whole is tremendously overrepresented on the National Police Agency list of missing persons. Last time I checked, it was 132 times Tokyo's rate. And that's when Tokyo had one case. Now I guess it's infinity times Tokyo, because Tokyo currently sits at 0 cases. And meanwhile, here in Hiroshima, 3 or 4 more people have gone missing and added to the NPA list since I started reporting on it. And there are so many more missing persons. Mihara City has 4 on the NPA list, Tokyo 0. Mihara City 4. But City Hall, Mihara City Hall, has 17 more that I can find that have mysteriously disappeared. So the real rate and the real number might be 4 times what is official. It's ridiculous. And number 2, it gives me goosebumps because of what the Hibagon spotted here was carrying. If you put the two together, as I do, and you don't have to, Maybe you will, maybe you won't. We'll still be friends. But I put the two together. And I know it's slim. It's a bit of a leap because this is the only report that I've ever read or heard of where a Hibagon, Bigfoot, Sasquatch was carrying such an item. But I believe it. I believe this report. And for me, it absolutely revolutionizes everything we know or thought we knew about these wild forest neighbors. And it potentially answers so many mysteries. Like primarily where all these people are disappearing, who's taking them. And of course, people like Seraphine Long and Lucy Thompson and Albert Ostman have been telling us all along, and others, right here in Hiroshima. They've tried to tell us. And in my opinion, we'd better start hearing them. We'd better start listening. That's what I think. All right, next video I will take you through these 1980s sightings. And I have one more video, probably just one more, about that megalith. Some odds and ends. And we have another appointment with it in November, which you mustn't let me forget. That's the kind of thing that would slip my mind. And I want to go back up Mount Zao with a checklist, a sort of shopping list. A shopping list for an 8th century hill fortress. Say, if we wanted to make one, what would be the essential ingredients in that recipe? Can we find some? I think maybe we can. Can we find actual physical evidence, clearly man-made evidence of something, some large structure? Yes. Yes. Can we prove it's the lost castle? Well, not yet. But if I show it to you, the Team Hibagon hive mind, maybe you could help steer me in the right direction. You can't come and climb with me, but you can steer me like a remote control device. Just don't steer me too close to any edges. But now you have a real good day. I love you. Bye-bye.